Alright, so this morning, I'm doing this video with plenty of time, so I don't have to rush like yesterday. But that was my own fault. So anyway, these motherfuckers, so this shit right here, I knew it was directed at me. I'm not just imagining. It's like I said, I never seen title like that's a real news. It's a local news station. Remember I told you they started putting local news stations in my recommendations, and that's a little Houston. That's one of the ones, it'd be having all of the murders every weekend, every day. Some, basically, two kids, a kid shot in a backseat. I can't even count it all. This week, little kid, a girl, 12-year-old girl shot in the backseat or something like that. I forgot her exact age, and she got hit in the head. Another girl, she got hit at a restaurant, had nothing to do with her. Both of them, they just getting shot in all these Democrat black cities. And it's not even just the intended victims, that's happening too, people getting killed. And anyway, so when somebody, one of the trolls, the talking about, it's happened everywhere, white folks do this and that too, white folks commit, I always cuss them out, it's crazy, but YouTube nowadays, they doing all that censorship. So I started spelling ass, like shut your stupid ass up. I can't even say stupid. It'll delete the comment or give me a warning. But they let me say other words, but so I spell it ass, AZZ. And you can say, well, that's common, but I knew it was because the comments I've been leaving yesterday and the day before. They're still on this weird ass witchcraft shit where they don't care about little kids or anybody getting killed. The females, there's a lot of females getting shot, black females, and some of them, who knows? They might have been like the girl I was talking about last night, but she was older. She wasn't in her 20s. But either way, they don't say nothing. Like they said, they don't say nothing about that. They don't protest, nothing. Not a word. You don't see Ben Crump, little bitch ass Ben Crump, that lawyer. You see him everywhere, all over the country. Oh, this person, the police beat his ass or whatever, and he was committing a crime, but he didn't. Who gives a fuck? I know, seriously. Like I said, you can't lie to me. Maybe you could lie to some of these youngsters. You can't lie to me, bitch. We've been this way before this year, in the 2000s, whatever. We laughing at your ass because you got caught. If you get caught, just don't fight. Give up. These little scary motherfuckers fighting and getting beat up. We would have been laughing. We did it before. We seen niggas get beat by the police. Laughed at them. Stupid ass. I bet we used to say that. Oh, they gave him that act right. That's what we used to call it. They gave him that act right. Yeah, Shit, stupid ass nigga. But, so anyway, like the little dumb at work that got played by that bitch, I think this have to do with her. Cause I remembered now that he said this fuck nigga in this ad. I mean in this news. This I'm gonna let it play.
And welcome back to the Factor Uncensored. This next story.
That little hoe ass nigga right there.
Criminal we tell you about from time to time here on the Factor.
I don't know him, but he's just a local reporter. He's black. They got the bootleg, all that shit. It's 2022. It's easy to, hey man, do this. He be looking at YouTube and da. We go. I'm telling you. So listen. So the bitch. I knew it when I saw the title. AZZ. So anyway, by the time it gets to the end, he says.
This is where that heinous contact with the victim's family. As a reminder, meth is a hell of a drug, so she'll mind your business. She is
that right there. Why would he say her name is business, her last name? But anyway, he's like, Shemine, that's not even clever. What meth is that doesn't fit. Mind your business. Why would he's being clever with her name? Mind you, that would be if she did something to somebody. She wasn't minding her business. In this story, her and a dude got high off meth. How's that? It's not minding your business. Nobody was spying on them like y'all do on me. These folks are stupid and crazy. Stupid. Really fucking stupid. That's why nobody cares if you're suffering. This nigga right here, he got a good job. He ain't got to work hard. But y'all little stupid bitches, broke. He don't give a fuck. She mind your business. What does that have to do with her? So the dude, it says, I ain't gonna play the whole report. They got high, both her and the dude, and she ended up cutting it. She let him choke himself out or something. I don't know. But they was together. So there's nothing about mind your business. That's not a cautionary tale to all the people watching. What do you mean, mind your business? It should be, so don't do meth, don't do drugs, don't do hard drugs, don't do, whatever. What the hell they got to do with anything? These motherfuckers doing, who the hell but white folks do meth? Maybe once you see, I ain't never seen fucking meth. In my life, meth, So anyway, that shit, what it is, he just threw that, I'm telling you, because it reminded me, when I watched it a couple of minutes ago, one of the last things she said, the girl said to me on Monday. All right, so what happened, like I said, he didn't tell me. Monday, he told me he got played by a chick. He didn't say it was her, and she was still there at work. She was still at work. And like I said, he told me 300, but he told the truth to the new dude yesterday that replaced her. It was close to 400. That mean all the money, a lot of the money he done made at that job, because he ain't got no money. So anyway, I remember what started the little conversation when I first got there. Like I said, she was like almost not defending him, but like I said, I guess she already had played him for the money and was still trying to keep him under the wing and don't want him, for some reason, she ain't want him to tell me. Well, I ain't no some reason. She got his money and ain't do, so I guess she told him she was gonna fuck him. She probably let him finger him and maybe sucked his dick, but she ain't go through. Basically, she got the money and played him. And like I was telling dude yesterday, shit, more than likely it's also just revenge on dudes that got her in the past, because she's older than him, shit that he ain't got nothing to do with. She just, men, he up here tricking or something like that. He deserved it, some shit like that. But anyway, and I say, yeah, he does. If like I said, he's supposed to be fixing his Taurus, his car, if he even got it. But he's supposed to be fixing it. He blew the money right there. And he's supposed, he said he needed a radiator because he asked dude for a radiator. So about a radiator, dude said the same thing, go to junkyard, pull apart or whatever. But anyway, so this bitch, Monday, she starts out, well, why do you always call him young? He ain't that, he's 35 years. I'm like, hey, that's a big difference. She's like, what does that even mean? How does that, da da da. I'm like, years, decades, a decade, this and that, or whatever. That is a big difference, especially in our lifetime. Because like I said, I'm like, the crack cocaine, 80s, and I said, the shit ain't popping like it was. And he's like, he does that face like, oh, this square, he don't know, the her, and like he know. I'm like, nigga, I know you, it's not like before. If I figured you hustling, but you broke. Like I said, that's what I'm talking about. You fuck nigga, you doing that shit, you risking going to prison, taking penitentiary transfers, and you ain't even got a car. You gotta ride the fucking bus. You ain't even got $500 to get your car fixed. And it ain't even that you working here, you supposed to be working, yeah, that's a cover. I ain't saying, oh, you working here, you a bump. No, I'm saying you can't get your car fixed. If you really doing it, you should at least be making $1,000 extra a week at the minimum. And I'm like, shit, that's what I told him. I'm like, if you shouldn't touch things under a certain amount. Now I'm trying to teach them, give them a little, some game. These little stupid ass niggas, they don't, nobody tell them this. Just think about it. It's under certain, and it's been like that since the night, really, the Joe Biden. But see, I ain't know that at the time. But the rules they was telling all of us, don't touch shit unless it's, a certain size. Why? Because then you go to federal prison, Club Fed. That's why you don't have guns in your house with the dope. So when they kick in your door, if they kick in your door, inevitably kick in your door, hopefully it don't, you ain't got no guns, it's just drugs. And, it's a lot of it. So you go to Fed prison because you you getting trafficking charge. You go on the club fed. You gonna do the whole time, but you ain't gonna. That some people tried to make that federal prison. We know the supermax and all that. You fucked. You killed some, did some crazy shit and commit some violent crimes. You going through the fucked up federal prison, but they got different levels. There's one in Atlanta. It's minimum security, and but they got other minimum security facilities. Otherwise, they were just warning us, hey, don't even, fuck with that little boy shit. You go in the state prison. It ain't that them niggas ain't scared of that, but they just, why you want to go to state prison? The state prison fucked up. All them little young ass boys in there acting the fool, trying to fight everybody and all that shit. You just trying to do your time and get it over with. You don't want to be doing all that fighting and shit every fucking day. It ain't like ours. You ain't gonna be getting raped, but that shit fake too. But it's just you don't want all that drama, fighting and shit, and trying to gangbang, all that shit with nothing but dudes. And you can't get no pussy unless you got money. And if you was selling that little bitty dope, you ain't gonna have no money while you in state prison, cause you was goddamn nickel and diming that shit. If you get busted for some trafficking, more than likely you been smart enough to hide you some money somewhere. You ain't down to your last $100 and shit, trying to flip that again and worried and trying to pay rent and your baby mama and all this stupid shit. You might as well just get a fucking job. All right, so I'm trying to tell him that. He's still smirking and shit and looking at her, elbowing her. He don't know. Oh, he like, oh, duh. I'm like, no, bitch, we know there's still coke and all that shit on the street. But it ain't like before you had them big timers. Like in the 80s, everybody in the neighborhood used to see it. All of us, we got inspired by it. They be driving by. Like I said, by the time I was 16, though, this is when I was 12, whatever. In the heyday of the dope, in every city had it. Every black city, one or two dudes, families, everybody knew. You might have, some of them, the kids might have went to school with you. You see the uncle or whatever, that's their cousin, come pick them up, some kind of, fancy BMW booming and shit, paint job. This the 80s. Then, by the time you're 16, 17, like I said, that's when people started talking to us and telling us, hey, every dude you see driving by with a fancy car, he ain't selling dope. That nigga just got a job. That's what I'm saying. I had plenty of options before I joined the Army. They work at they work at these factories, these distributions. They work a lot of hours, but shit, by the time you only 18, 19, you ain't tired for real. You tired, but you ain't tired like that. You can still go out and hang. They just work a lot of hours. That's what it's like. Oh, okay, yeah. You see some of these guys, they got fancy cars, some rims and some boom paint job. They just work a hell of a lot of hours at them factories, and also there's other things, They told us, like I said, a lot of shit. And like I said, one time I was standing right there, me and a bunch of dudes, we standing there talking, and I was talking about also how, the shop teacher told us about refrigeration. And then, go to a community college and you and get your HVAC, you get paid, especially if you go down to Florida and work for 6 months. And dude said, oh, you went to a good school. I said, what? I was taken aback, like, what the? I had never heard that about my school, but from people from my city, it was one of the worst schools. Some people brag, oh shit, they get killed, we doing all this and that, but he was talking about his school didn't have that shop class like that. I said, oh yeah, I see what you mean though, and I'm like, yeah, they do need to bring that back, not just pushing 4-year traditional college, associates and bachelors. Nah, they need to push these trades, especially to these young dudes, because like I said, that was inspiring to me when he said those things. I had a whole bunch of choices. I actually kind of had too many choices. And like I said, by the time the recruiter called that one last time, that day I just said, yeah, all right, I'm down. I already had took the ASVAB, but he said, can you take it again and get that same high score? I said, yeah, probably, and I did, and that's truth. But that's why I throw that in on purpose, because they're gonna get mad and try to. That's exactly what the whole thing. Every time I go to work, some dummy who don't know what he's doing, and they brainwash me, trying to prove things. That's why I kept saying, they do all that stupid shit. Let's do it this way, and no, slow down, no, bitch. Like I said, there's other dudes who they're gang stalking, but They know. They just, they young, they happy, they getting money, we making. They don't care. They agree with the majority, 99%. They gonna do it my way. Just do it. Just do it. Work fast and just get. Ain't no trying to be. Like you ever seen one of the movies where they or not even in real life, where there's a flood coming out Midwest and they're passing the sandbags. Yeah, you stand in the line and do that. Yeah, because the surface sandbags are heavy. But we're not going, I don't want to move around too much. We're in back of a truck. No, bitch, move, get out the way. Lift the box. We're not finna stand and you pass me and you pass him, I pass him. We're not doing that. You grab a box, you walk out, get out the way. It's only two of us. Just get out my way. There's enough room in the back of this trailer, and it'll be way faster than all this stupid ass shit. No, let me show you, we'll do it. No, bitch, move. Grab a box, move. Go back. It go way faster. All this trying to be slick. Yeah, we do it this way. This is a smarter way. Work hard. Now, I believe in work smarter, not harder, but that's with your mind. You're not working with your mind. My way is smarter, and you're not working harder. We're going to get done faster. These boxes don't weigh much. Each box weigh about 10 pounds. Let's go. We're done. They're happy because we got it over with. We ain't bullshitting. And we got time to sit here and take a break in place. Just catch a breather. You up there, you passing to me. I pass to you, and you just stay there. Don't keep coming. No, bitch, move. And then they get mad, and basically some of them end up leaving or, whatever. Lose your money, bitch. I don't care. You stupid. Because the other dudes, they all agree. We just in there laughing and joking, talk about motherfuckers, the slow-mo, whatever. But, so anyway, I'm telling him, let me start over because I don't want to make it, I'm going to make a new one.